I'd like to think it's a Spitfire that they should have made, had they been a bit more insane.
What was the Ferrari you had?
A 308 GT4.
And you sold that because?
Because this is much more fun and a lot quicker as well. It says on there you've got to only use genuine Leyland service parts, so I'll make sure I do that.
Crazy. Nick,
Will.
you're telling me you used to own a Ferrari?
Yes.
Well, this isn't a Ferrari, obviously. It's a Triumph Spitfire. Well, it was a Triumph Spitfire.
Once upon a
I think it's
time.
more accurate. So, a Triumph Spitfire has 60 horsepower, little front engine, 1500cc, 0 to 60, and
Sometimes. Occasionally.
What on earth made you decide to use this as a base for something like this?
Just seemed like a good idea at the time, and my sons are both into the Audi 1.8T, the 20 valve turbos, so I bought the engine and then decided to make a car around it.
Right, and you just picked a Spitfire because one came along?
No, because I've always had Spitfires when I was younger, and I know how easy, because they got the separate chassis, so they're easy to work on, and it just seemed like a good idea to make something which was kind of mid-engined and kind of cool.
Well, yeah, because I say it's a Spitfire, but it's not really, is it? Because the engine, instead of being there, is here.
It drives like a Spitfire.
Does it?
Just a little bit quicker.
A little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
So what did you do? You bought a Spitfire and did what? Took the body
No,
off?
I bought an engine.
Oh, sorry, you started with the engine?
Yeah, so I bought an engine off eBay because it was built in lockdown, so I could only buy whatever Hermes or Every could deliver to me, or DPD or whatever. So I had to buy a whole car in bits. So I bought the chassis, I bought the engine, then I bought a chassis, and just kind of went from there.
Right. So how did you go about taking this chassis and moving the engine to the back of it?
So the chassis had no engine in it, but and it was kind of working out where we could fit the engine in the chassis, and it fits where the Spitfire's differential used to fit, and
Right.
it fits actually really nicely, as you can see. I had to buy.
But you've got it mounted longitudinally.
Yeah.
It's not, I imagine it was going to be transverse.
No.
So what gearbox does it drive through?
It's the VW Passat squeezed into the back of a Triumph Spitfire. The B5 Passats and A4 are all longitudinal.
Right.
So effectively you'd normally have the engine, then gearbox, which is why the engines hang out quite front. So I basically moved that to the back of the car.
It's certainly very Spitfire at the front. You couldn't be anything else.
No. It does confuse people, even the engine, because it's got British Leyland written on it.
What, on the engine?
Yeah, on the rocker cut or the cam cover. So people look at it and think, oh, it must be like a Dolomite Sprint engine. And it's got an Audi A4 B7 3.2 Quattro rear subframe to hold the transaxle and the drive shafts and all that in place.
Right.
And it's got like a separate chassis, so in theory you could take all of this out and put the original diff back in an original engine and return it back to being a stock Spitfire.
That's unlikely, isn't it?
It's very unlikely, yeah. This is far more fun.
Yeah. So what was the Ferrari you had?
A 308 GT4.
And you sold that because?
Because this is much more fun and a lot quicker as well.
Well, I imagine it would be. What sort of power's it make?
When it's fully mapped, about 500.
Good grief. And what does it weigh? You got any idea?
685 kilos.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah. It does 0 to 60 in well under 3 seconds.
Under 3 seconds?
Well under 3 seconds, yeah.
Is Has it got a limited slip diff?
It's got a Mickey Mouse Chinese one, like the two steel plates with springs in.
Right.
It's not very good. That wheel tends to spin quite a lot as you're driving.
Right.
So you end up with a slick on that side and good tread on this side. This is a brand new engine in here now. I built it over Christmas. There's nothing wrong with the old one, but I wanted to build one from scratch. There's a company called Pro Race Engineering who supplied all the bits. So I've went from a small Pulsar G25550 to a G3660 Garrett 660. So in theory it's capable of 600 odd horsepower.
What about the internals? What have you done for that?
Fully forged with Pro Race rods, pistons, all double valve springs, Inconel springs. At the moment I've got the petrol gearbox in there for mapping. But before I've also got a diesel gearbox I put in it.
Has that got better ratios?
Yeah, it's got much better ratios. It'll do 196 in fifth.
But you can still get to 60 in less than 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, yeah. It is ballistic.
So how long did it take you to build it?
18 months, something like that. I think I had a rolling chassis within probably about 6 months. Then I had to source the body tub, and that was obviously, I mean, this came from a scrap dealer. The only good bit of metal was in the boot.
Right.
So there was nothing else. Didn't have any doors, bonnets. The bulkhead was rotten. The floors had gone. So the only good metal holding together was the boot. There was the boot, which had to cut out, obviously.
And how did you make? I mean, is this all steel or is it glass?
Yeah, it's all steel. Yeah.
You make these arches?
Yeah, I did out of CAD, so cardboard aided design.
Right. So you literally made cardboard templates and
then made them into steel and then welded it all together.
It's worked really well.
It actually, I did the back first, and then I watched a YouTube video how to do it properly, and I made the front, and I prefer the front to the back. So if I ever do it again, I would do the back slightly differently, but it's got a massive backside.
It has. It's considerably more girth to it than a Spitfire.
Well, that's how wide modern cars are.
So this subframe then, the engine and transmission bolts to that subframe. That's like a standard Audi arrangement in there.
So the engine bolts into where the differential was for the Spitfire, and then you've got a separate subframe at the back which holds the transaxle, the drive shaft, the rear, all the rear suspension. And there's I've made like a little separate chassis which bolts it all together and just keeps it all nice and rigid.
Right.
Otherwise the back of the car tended to wobble along as I drove down the road.
Yeah, well, it must have woken it up a bit.
It wagged its tail. My son scrapped an Audi TT, and as it lifted up onto the back of the crane, I saw the roll bar there, and I thought, oh, I need a roll bar for the back. And we unbolted it from the TT and then bolted it straight onto the back of a Spitfire. What's the chances of that fitting? You just couldn't make that up.
No. And you're not a professional engineer, are you?
No.
This is just a hobby.
Yeah, I do IT for a living, but this is far more fun.
Well, I think we should probably go for a drive and see how much fun
I think we should do.
Okay.
So you've got to guess the tail lights.
Yeah, I've been looking at those. Is it Alpha?
Alpha 156. I wanted something that wrapped round its backside, and the original ones just looked a little bit funny when I put them on there. The dashboard was made out of a tree from the garden.
What?
Yes, we cut a tree down and made it into a dashboard. That's why it's starting to crack a little bit, because it probably wasn't as dry. All the top of the dash all came from a leather sofa we had in the kitchen or the living room.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick. That was very warm.
My pleasure. It is warm in here.
If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share, and please consider becoming a Patreon member. It's only £5 a month. You can't buy anything for £5 a month, can you?
No.
No, see, Nick tells you that, so do it. Be a good boy. Thanks a lot, see you next time.